Well, hello everyone. It's a little bit later tonight, so I will keep the post short because I have to go back to work at 11 o'clock to finish resurfacing a countertop tonight. So today I'm going to, as usual, I like to talk about things that I need help on as well. Hey, Amy, my friend, we need to talk soon. So one of the things that I like doing posts on things that I need help on as well. And I've mentioned in the past few weeks that I've sometimes struggled getting through these programs that I'm trying to get through. And I sometimes, just like you, I come up with all the excuses in the world. Can't get my lawnmower started, for crying out loud, which people go, well, what do you mean? What difference does that make? And I'm like, well, one excuse is just as good as another, isn't it? Hey, John, thanks for tuning in there, fella. Hope you're not getting dumped on too much snow out there. But the pain-pleasure principle is what we're going to talk about just briefly tonight. And what we talk about, hey, Jim, thank you for seeing me tonight. What we talk about in the pain-pleasure principle, and this goes back to way back when Tony Robbins was first getting started. He always talked about that, of the two driving forces in our life is pain and pleasure. Those are the basic two reasons why we do things, is our need to avoid pain and to gain pleasure. And it's amazing how those will, be a driving force for us. So it's that drives our behavior as well. So what he had taught to do is to figure out ways how the things that you're avoiding, like I was talking about earlier for me, I need to associate and ask the different question of what kind of pain is it going to cause me if I don't do this, if I don't get into shape, if I don't finish the programs, if I didn't finish my book. So you try to associate more pain to it, because pain is a stronger driving force than pleasure. So the two questions that you would ask is how not changing your behavior will be more painful than changing it. How, again, I'll read that. How not changing your behavior will be more powerful than changing it. And the second question is how changing it will actually bring you pleasure. So that's one of the things that I need to go back to. Like I said, I like doing these posts because I need this, and it's just as helpful for me as it is for you on whatever it is, whatever endeavor you're after. It can be something very simple or a major undertaking to try to associate that pain. And I was talking with my son about this last week. I said, what's the absolute very worst case scenario that could happen? So we were associating, in a sense, that's it. That's the worst it could get. That's the worst pain you would feel, etc., etc. So trying to use that as the driving force. And he says all the benefits you'll gain by taking action in all of these areas, it helps if you just use that pain-pleasure principle. So just think of that for any of the things that you're going through. And I need to do that as well. Figure out, is it going to be more painful for me to not do this, and figure out the pleasures that I would get from that. And hopefully that'll drive us to achieve the things that we want to achieve. We're already dang near, what's the date today? 24 days into this new year. Hopefully some of those resolutions are still going. So we will talk to you tomorrow night. Focus on the pain-pleasure to help you get through some of your goals and the things you want. And I'll be talking to you from Chadron, Nebraska tomorrow night. 1,000 thanks, and we'll see you later.